I didn't have to stay, I didn't have to care, I didn't have to become anything to you, but I did. Seven years ago I walked into your mother's life. No blood between us, no promise, no name. I could've kept my distance, stayed outside the fire, could've watched the whole damn thing burn from far away. But you were there, caught in the middle, too young to carry what you had to feel. And your mother needed someone standing steady, so I stepped in and made the broken real. I wasn't asked by blood, I wasn't forced by law, but I saw what you both needed, and I gave you what I saw. I didn't have to take the road, I didn't have to pay the price, I didn't have to be the man who stood there every night. I didn't have to be your father, but I became one anyway. I didn't have to take the damage, but I stood there in the rain. I didn't have to love you, I didn't have to care, but when you needed someone solid, I was already there. No, I didn't have to, but you needed me, so I stayed. I taught you responsibility, not because it sounds nice, but because life will hit you harder if you never learn the price. I taught you safety first, even when you rolled your eyes, because one stupid second can destroy your whole damn life. And yes, I've yelled when you were wrong, yes, I've been hard as stone. You've looked at me with anger, like I was the enemy in your home, but I was never trying to break you, I was trying to make you see that the world won't always hold your hand the way you wanted me to be. You hated my words sometimes, you hated my voice, my rules, but I'd rather be hated for the truth than love for raising a fool. I didn't have to be a father, but I became one anyway. I didn't have to take the damage, but I stood there in the rain. I didn't have to love you, I didn't have to care, but when you needed someone solid, I was already there. No, I didn't have to, but you needed me, so I stayed. I've seen you drown inside your head, holding poison like a friend, going back to things that hurt you, then wondering why you break again. I told you let it go, not because I don't understand, but because some memories are knives you keep pressing in your hand. You think holding on makes you stronger, but it eats you from the core. And I'm tired of watching you bleed for people who don't deserve it anymore. So I pulled you into other things, gave your mind a place to breathe, not because I had to do it, but because pain needs somewhere to leave. And I will still call you out when you're acting blind, I will still speak the truth even when it cuts your pride. Not for power, not for control, not to make myself feel bigger or to own your soul. I do it because I I don't need a medal, I don't need your praise. I didn't choose this road because it was easy to face. I chose the tears, I chose the fights, I chose the nights when nothing felt right. I chose to stand there when you pushed me aside. I chose to care when your pride tried to hide, and when you need a shoulder, when the world gets too loud, when your chest feels heavy and your thoughts turn dark and proud. You come to me, no shame, no fear. I may be brutal, but I'm still here. Listen, I don't have to be this man, I don't have to carry this weight, but love is not always soft. Sometimes love is standing in the way before you destroy yourself. I didn't have to be your father, but I became one anyway. I didn't have to take the damage, but I stood there in the rain. I didn't have to love you, I didn't have to care, but when you needed someone solid, I was already there. I didn't have to, no, I didn't have to, but you needed me, so I stayed. You don't carry my blood, but you carry a place in me. I didn't have to be your father, but I became what you needed me to be.